Hi, everybody. Claudia McMullen here from Fluffy Cow Coffee. As I'm sure you all know, Fluffy Cow Coffee collaborates weekly with a specific sanctuary nationwide, and we host a fundraiser, an online fundraiser, whereby I donate $2.50 for every item sold on the website during the course of that 7 days. And I'm here today with our Animal Philanthropy Partner of the Week, the lovely David from Friends in Need. Good morning, David. How are you?
Good morning. Thank you for the lovely part.
Yes,
I,
right.
I usually just get this old guy. Here's this old guy going to talk to us.
Right. Okay, I'm here today with the old fart David
Ah,
from
there you
Friends
go.
in Need.
There you go.
So now, David, tell everybody a little bit about Friends in Need, like where you're located, how did you start, and what your mission is.
All right. So Friends in Need is in Eagle Mountain, Utah.
Mhm.
I became the owner along with my daughter September of 2020.
Oh,
So I always tell people it's our COVID purchase. Everybody did something crazy in COVID. We bought an animal sanctuary.
uh-huh.
But the sanctuary has been here for early 2000s.
Okay.
It was started by Kim and Karen O'Donnell.
Okay.
Um, and I helped them with several projects. So I knew about the sanctuary, and they had to move for health reasons, and
Mhm.
they moved to Arkansas. And so my daughter and I decided we would continue the Friends in Need legacy up here in Eagle Mountain. So
That's great. So tell me where do you find the rescues? Where do you find the residents for your sanctuary?
it's mostly people contacting me
Mhm.
and letting me know that they have something that they need help with. It seems like most of them, I would say the vast majority, are just people not knowing that, mini pigs don't stay mini, and that type of thing. And so we get a lot of folks that call us and say, well, the pig's way too big and we can't have them in the home anymore,
Right.
and then, of course, roosters. A lot of residencies can't have roosters. And so when they hatch their chicks each year, they end up with a percentage of roosters. And I happen to love roosters. So we have a lot of them. Yeah,
So
I've lost count. I don't even know how many we have, but I do know that we have 23 varieties of roosters
okay.
here, including 15 roosters that were rescued by the detective from a chicken fighting ring.
Oh,
So we have 15 of those, each in their individual enclosures with a little companion hen, and they're happy as can be that they don't have to be pitted anymore. So
sure. So can you give me an idea? I know you don't know the exact number, but give me the idea of the species of your residents. I know you have pigs, and I know you have roosters,
yeah,
and then a ballpark of how many residents you have on in the sanctuary.
okay. So we actually did an inventory of residents
Mhm.
last. Oh, it's been 2 weeks, but at that time we had 276 residents.
Wow.
The majority being birds.
Okay.
We have lots of pigeons, chickens, ducks, geese, peacocks, two emus, guinea fowl.
You have two emus.
We do. Yeah,
Okay.
Alvin and Clyde. Yeah, yeah,
And
they're really fun. They're some of my favorite residents. I just love going out there. They love eating strawberries out of my hand. They think that's pretty cool.
that's
And I
awesome.
think it's cool too. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, and you have pigs.
We do. Yeah, we have 11 potbelly pigs or Vietnamese potbelly pigs, and two coon pigs and five Julienne pigs.
And do
And
you have any goats?
we do.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. We have 9 goats, the pygmy variety, and then two of the larger goats.
Now, how big is the property where the sanctuary is?
We are just barely under 6 acres.
All right. Do you feel like you're close to capacity with respect to how many residents you can have?
We are. Yeah, we sadly we're at capacity,
Mhm.
and it really hurts me when somebody calls and asks, can I take their pig or whatever, and I have to turn it down. I just don't have the space nor resources really
Right.
to take care of everybody properly. You know what I mean? So we limit the animals that we have,
Mhm.
um, so that we can budget how much feed we need and that type of thing.
Sure. Sure.
Um, Yeah. So yeah, right now we are at capacity. That changes a lot because we do have foster and permanent adopter programs as well.
That's what I was just going to ask you a bunch of other questions, but the first one was whether you do have whether you did have a foster slash adoption program, and if so, is that for all the residents, like for pigs as well as goats as well as emus and birds, or is it just birds?
Well, it's mostly just the birds that we do the adoption on. We adopt a lot of waterfowl, especially. Um, on this coming Sunday, we are having an adoption event here, and hopefully, we will be able to place a lot of the pigeons and chickens at that time. Um, but as far as the other animals,
Yeah.
a lot of those, when we intake them, we make an agreement with the owner that they help us care for them. And if that's the case, then they stay here forever.
Right.
If they say, well, the reason we're turning it in is just because we can't afford or we can't, whatever reason, then we try to place those.
And now,
Now,
who would be an adopter of an emu or a pig?
oh, emus, I don't know. Alvin and Clyde, they're going to stay with me forever.
Uh-huh.
But pigs are actually very intelligent, very fun, very cute animals.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of interest and a lot of people that enjoy them. They're really not that difficult to adopt out as long as the people have the facilities for them.
Yeah.
Here in Eagle Mountain, people can have a pig if they have a half acre or more.
Okay.
And that includes either a farm pig or two miniature pigs. So two miniature pigs in South Jordan count as one farm pig.
Okay.
So if somebody in South Eagle Mountain had a half acre and they were willing to accept a pig, and then that would be somebody we'd look at. We do have them. There's paperwork that they need to sign. Um, and we do collaborate with Wasatch Wanderers with some of the paperwork for the fowl. Um,
Yes.
yeah.
I knew you collaborated with Wasatch Wanderers. We have supported Wasatch Wanderers.
Oh,
Fluffy
wonderful.
Cow has. We did a fundraiser for them last year.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Yeah, they're an excellent group. I'm glad that they trust me with their needs, and I can, assist them wherever we can as well. So it's a good deal for.
Of course. Now, who would be an adopter of fowl, of birds?
Well, the chickens, people that just want to have a backyard flock will adopt those.
Okay.
The roosters are a little harder place because most of Eagle Mountain, you have to have more property than a half acre if you want roosters.
Hmm.
In any of the properties that are in an HOA program, they can't have roosters at all.
Okay, but you probably service beyond Eagle Mountain.
We do. We do. Yeah, we have adopted. I've adopted birds all the way up into Alaska.
Wow.
I actually we sent 16 pigeons to Alaska last month.
My gosh, that's wild. Um, when you adopt, do you follow up with the adopters? I mean, what I'm saying is basically, I'm asking, like, how do you know that your adopters are going to not eat the animal?
Well, in the contract, it says that the animals are to be used as for pet purposes and not for consumption. So
Okay.
that's part of the contract. Also, if they have an animal that passes away, I mean, it happens. If they have something that passes away, it's in the contract that they notify us.
Okay.
If for some reason they decide that they can't keep the animals anymore,
They have
then
to
they
they
come
have to
back.
call you.
Yeah, they come back to us.
Yeah, they
Mhm.
don't rehome to a third party.
No, no,
Now, do you
no.
have
And
any dogs and cats?
we have one dog. His name's Monty,
Uh-huh.
but he's not for adoption.
No.
He's Sarah's little friend. He's a very unique rescue. He was actually on the news for several days. As a pup, he was found in a sheep carcass in Monte Cristo Canyon.
Okay. Okay. Now, David,
Yes.
a little something about me. I can't take the stories of horror.
Oh, okay.
No. That's why, that's frankly why I used to run an animal rescue years
Oh,
ago, but I'm like, no, don't tell me the stories of abuse. I can't.
yeah.
So this is my way of fulfilling, my passion for animals without, being in the trenches of the rescuers and the great people like you and the sanctuary owners who are out there saving. I'm out there supporting you saving.
Oh, and we appreciate you so much.
Oh my God, it's my pleasure. So, fun fact, um, we are going to have new swag just so I'm going to backpedal. So the one thing I wanted to mention, David, is when we do this, we are in our minds creating a relationship with our partner, our sanctuary partner, meaning you will hear from us again.
Wonderful.
And we will be doing this again. And the next time we do it, we will have swag on the website, which currently we don't. But I'm getting fluffy cow mugs made and some hats and some T-shirts. So there will be more. So for people who don't drink coffee, which there are quite a few in Utah, they can get a mug for hot chocolate. They can, whatever. But
Oh, wonderful.
yeah,
I
but
love the little stickers you sent me.
aren't they cute?
They are. They're adorable.
I know. So in the meantime, I just want to remind everybody watching, because this is what I call the call to action part of the live stream, where I say, all right, David, we have 3.5 more days to get the word out, to get people to buy on that website, because I'm going to donate $2.50 to Friends in Need for every item sold for the course of the week. So let's spread that word. And then the other question I have is, okay, say we kill it, like we just do great, and I can write you a check for $300 on Monday. What would you do with what kind of impact would $300 have?
Well, I've got a project in mind already.
Okay.
Um, as I've mentioned, we work with Wasatch Wanderers quite a bit.
Mhm.
They have a very large rescue happening. And you
Oh,
said you don't want to hear the nitty gritty, so I'm not going to tell you. But we need to make a new enclosure for this animal, and we need to make it so that it is predator proof.
is it
And
birds?
birds, yep, they're going to be ducks and geese, and we don't know the exact number yet. But
Okay.
that's what it'll be used for. If we get the $300, that would be a really good dent in that enclosure's cost.
And how many birds could be in the enclosure?
The size of the enclosure, we could put up to 60. 60.
Okay. All right. So let's get after it.
Yes, most definitely.
Let's
Yeah,
sell, and let me write you a check for $300 on Monday so we can help Friends in Need and Wasatch Wanderers save birds.
wonderful. I love it.
All right, David. So we're going to wrap it up now. And I'm just
Okay.
going to tell you to have a fantastic weekend and thank you for everything that you do.
Oh, you have a good weekend too, and we appreciate you so much.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Thank you, Claudia. Have a
Got it.
good day.
You too.